just like intercourse.
If we could look to the stars, maybe life wouldn't be so hard. We were this close to another ending, but too far from the start. We were this close to another story, but we drifted apart. Where am I going now? Will our paths cross somehow? You were always by my side. I hope one day our hearts collide. We were this close to another ending, but too far from the start. We were this close to another story, but we drifted apart. I think I lost my way. And no, I'm not okay. And yet I'm begging you to stay.
Hi! Guess who's silly? I am not awake yet. Hello, my friends Hamjambo, Habari Gani, Hamjambo Marafiki. Let me turn this shit down for myself. Let me know if the music is too loud. I don't have headphones on, and also I can control my volume versus your volume. Hey. Damn sandwich, beam tyrant, Emma schemer, red dagger. Hey. I slept a lot. I went to bed just a little bit after 1 in the morning because I was already kind of falling asleep during my super mindless anime. And I was like, alright, I'll just go to bed then. So I took an Ambien and went to sleep. I still woke up a couple of times, but I think I fell back asleep relatively quickly. I definitely woke up once, like, in the middle of the night, and then I woke up once, like, 5 minutes, or 6, or maybe it was, like, 8 minutes before my alarm, and I was like, I'm gonna go back to sleep. And I did, and my alarm went off. I turned it off. I slept for another hour after that. I woke up and I was like, I'll get out of bed now. And I look over and I'm like, damn, I need to get out of bed now. You don't have a choice. It's 10:30. You have to be live in half an hour. So, here I be. And of course, by the time, like, I grabbed my shit and I checked Discord, still in bed because I'm a doofus. I'm gonna check Discord. And I was like, alright, gotta go, like, brush my teeth and put my hair up and get breakfast. So I had my breakfast. I got a mug full of hype shrimp. Actually, what's in the mug is Ceylon orange pico. So I've got some nice tea cooling to a non-scalding temperature, which is exciting. Oh, man. But yeah, I have only been awake for a few minutes, so I'm just like, that. But given that I've not been sleeping much, I probably really needed it. And I was here on time, so yay! I jazzed hands to you. Wow, I'm sorry and you're welcome? One of those. JP, what up? Yeah, luckily I didn't need to shower because I did that last night, but otherwise I would have been like, well, I'm gonna smell all day. Stinky weeny winker. Stinky stink. Started back working. I didn't know you weren't working. Slept a lot yesterday because you had nothing better to do. Hey, sometimes, you know what, that's a fine choice. I've definitely done that before. I'm like, I don't really want to do anything. I just like close my eyes and sleep. Or like doze, I should say. When I say doze, I mean like I'm not really conscious of stuff, but like I'm not like, it's not restful. But yeah, so I'm hoping that the stupid, inordinate amount that I slept actually helps me once I wake up a little bit. Cause what would that be? Like let's say 1:30 to 10:30. Like 9 hours? If I mathed right? Wow, I dared to do math on my stream, or on any stream really. That's like the law of streaming, right? You can't do math lest you fuck it up. Hey kid, how are you guys doing? What did you guys get up to yesterday after we said farewell? What are you guys, what were you doing today? I need to take my supplement. 3, 6, 9, 10. I forgot what day. I think I missed it almost. I almost missed it one day, but I like hardcore counted. Sorry. This is my medications and I need it in my face. It's just like a natural alternative. Which, you know, I was a little bit skeptical, but it worked out. Oh no! Tendies? What are your tendies? Hang on, I missed stuff. Listen. This was like, since you're away, one of your men is going to take over planning some forklift operations. I was like, 50% of my work transferred to another person? Sure! Yeah, I didn't know you were off for 2 weeks. You've been quiet, and thus, I don't have information about your life. And that's okay. You're allowed to be quiet. Trying to change my PC case, but my handshakes and other stuff is not helping, so I may ask for help with that. Well, if I were anywhere close to you, I would totally help you with that. But I hope you can find someone to help you. I'm sorry that you were having some troubles, and I love you. You have a pill organizer with days. I mean, normally I just like take one with breakfast and I just don't think about it otherwise. But sometimes on the weekend, like if I eat at a weird time, or if like more likely it's that I was eating and watching something and I just like got distracted and didn't do the second half of the thing that I normally do. Like, on days when I'm streaming, it's very easy for me to stick to a schedule. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start my English muffin. I gotta go, you know, go back to my computer and like boot up these programs, blah, blah, blah. But then weekends, I'm just like, you know, normal stuff like that. Wingless flying. Using wing emotes. Hello, welcome. Good luck to your day. Thanks. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thanks for saying hello. Hope you're doing well. Tendons are tendy from allergic reaction. Which tendons? All your tendons? There's lots of tendons. Do you mean Achilles tendons? Because those, oof. I had tendonitis in my Achilles for like years. Ugh, it was awful. It was awful. All of them, oh no. I was very achy last night, but I think I slept it off. What did I do last night other than... I did dishes. Had some ramen. I read my book. I'm like 85 pages into Sabriel, which is for our Babby Book Club. If you want to know about our Babby Book Club, it's a book club where we read books from our childhoods. Some of us are reading for the first time because we just didn't read the same books because we're different people. And some of us are rereading, and then we meet and discuss. And it's a lot of fun. And this month we are reading Sabriel, and the meeting for that is June 30th. So you've got plenty of time if you want to join us. I believe the current meeting is Sunday, June 30th at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. If that time or date does not work for you, speak up now for this upcoming one. Or if you want to join into the next one, just hop in the Discord channel, and thank you, Kit, for dropping that, and let us know, like, hey, I'm not going to read this book, but next one, include me, and then we will when we do the scheduling and stuff, and when we pick the next book, we will include you. But we need to know to include you, so please let us know. We are also going to be watching A Wrinkle in Time because we just read the book. We just read the book, so we're going to watch the movie together. And if you're not in the book club, you're more than welcome to just come watch the movie with us. And that's going to be this Sunday, the 16th, at, I think also at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We're doing 8:30s now. But yeah, feel free to just hop into that, even if you don't want to read any of the books with us. That's totally okay. And I'll try to remember to post in Hype Type, which is our general chat channel, for people who might have Babby Book Club muted, so I can remind you, like, hey, movie time, if you wanna movies with us. So I read some of my book. I was kind of in and out at my computer because of the Indie Pride charity event that Beam, lovely Beam, who's in chat, Beam and Havoc were running, and a bunch of my friends were streamers during that event, including Beam himself. Like Beam and Hiko and Rel and Arcebra. So I was in and out yesterday when I was like washing dishes and reading and stuff. I did a decent amount of stretching yesterday. I gave myself permission to put another feature on my Zen garden. I did a little kettlebell work, but like I spend a lot more time stretching than I normally do, because normally when I get up and stretch, I like stretch for maybe 30 seconds total. I'm like, okay, I'm done. Thank you for the caster! Appreciate it. Everyone should go check out Beam. Beam, what's your schedule? What's your streaming schedule? Yeah, I think that's mostly what I did, and then I took a really nice shower and some lotion. I think my skin is finally like absorbing the lotion. I still feel a little bit of it today because my skin just like is super dry but doesn't want to absorb things that make it not dry, so I just do my best. I just do my best. And yeah, then I just laid on the couch, mucked around with Discord on my phone, and watched a very, very mindless anime. That was my night, and then I went the fuck to sleep and slept for like 9 hours. Yeah, solved that with the machine. That's so great! Oh, that's so good to hear. I'm so glad that it worked so quickly for you. Just wake up after 8 hours, be sleepy. Yeah. I know those feelings. Being tired enough to sleep in 2 hours. Yeah. I'm so glad that that's so much better for you. Allergic to antibiotics, and the effect is full body tendon damage? Don't they have other shit they can give you? Oh, also, other reminders other than Babby Book Club. We still have a giveaway going for MeUndies. Here is a pair that I'm keeping on top of my throne currently. And I got so many underpants, I'll just briefly flash my underwear at you. Ewoks, dancing, and playing stormtrooper helmets. Adorable mushrooms, which Mom, Ravenfire, also has this, so you can have matching butts with us if you get the mushrooms. We got stormtroopers also dancing with Disco Ball Death Stars. And some... That was a horrible lightsaber sound, I apologize! And some lightsabers clashing. Yeah. And then of course the ones I just showed you, with skulls and flowers and shit. Yeah, I just got all of these in the mail, so I'm keeping them out for a while so I can show them to you guys. But we have a giveaway going, as we usually do. Where I'm gonna choose one winner this week, and then the last week in June I'm gonna pick 2 people, I think. Unless we have like a ton of people entering this week, then I'll pick 2. Like whichever I think is gonna be higher rate of entry, I suppose I'll pick 2. Shoulders bothering you? I ward off the shoulder hurts. Hi Ori! How you doing? Hamstrings are pretty tendy. I'm not familiar with quite that specific thing, JP. Need to rework your schedule. Okie dokie. Semi-erect schedules! Oh my god. Totally forgot about that. Ganon! How have you been? Mindless anime are your favorite? Yeah, if you want to watch a tiny anime lady get like pushed up against walls by some vampires and maybe bitten, that's the anime for you. There's also some like, if you make it towards the end of the first season, it gets a little like soap opera-y, which I was enjoying. And it made me think of the soap opera channel. I'm so sorry, you guys, that has become defunct. I swear I will put something in the soap opera. You know what? I'm committing to putting something in the soap opera channel when I am traveling to Portland, which is my last announcement, and then we'll get to the E3 stuff. My last announcement, I'm going to be in Portland from the 17th to 24th. I know I announced this on Discord, but I was reminding you because it is in a week that I'll be traveling, and I'm so excited! So, yeah. I'm so excited. So excited. But yeah, I'm gonna be traveling for a long ass time, so I'll write something. It's just my brain's been really tired. Well, first my brain was tired and I had stuff that needed to get done, and now my to-do list is pretty much under control. There were a couple of things that I wanted to get done this morning, which definitely didn't get done, but I'm gonna do it. We're gonna do it. It's a lie, I appreciate really mindful anime. Yeah, normally I don't want to watch or play stuff that's mindless, but I've just been really tired and just really, like, non-committal. I think because my stress levels and my mind was so occupied with all of the shit that I had going on, which you all know about at this point. I'm not gonna repeat myself. If you're really that curious, go to Discord and scroll up, you'll find it. It's a whole text document. But like, it's just been, I really want to continue letting my brain have a break. So, normally I want things to like, have some sort of interest, I guess. And right now I'm just like, nah. That's part of why I haven't started playing Tyranny again. Because it's like very, like, moral decision and like intense story and a lot of lore, and I just don't want that right now. And that's weird for me to not want that because normally I want it all the time, but I'm so tired and like my brain just wants to have a melty break and do nothing except for like just the most guilty pleasure, like stupid stuff that I normally wouldn't watch otherwise. The mindless anime is Vampire Knight. It's on Netflix right now. Literally took one night. I know, that's so exciting. Sorry, let me catch up on chat and then we'll start watching E3 trailers. Gave it once. Had them last year, so I have to build them back up. Oh, kid, I'm so sorry. You have those in Boxer? Form the cow skulls. Yeah, those are really good. So we've got matching bots, me and Ori. You have the skulls and flowers and shit. I thought Kit did too. Yeah, the three of us have matching butts. High five. Seen your underpants twice now. Hey. Stick around, BB, you'll see a lot more. Thank you for the caster on Ganon as well. I think I watched the first 2 episodes of that show and couldn't take it. I don't blame you. I don't think normally it would be my jam. And like you saw last night, I was, you know, live tweeting in the Discord and being like, something needs to happen. I was starting to get a little fed up because okay, so as mindless as I was letting myself be, if I'm being mindless and not thinking about stuff, and I can still predict everything that's gonna happen in your show or book or whatever, that's shitty. So, like, I don't normally try to think about what's going to happen when I watch anything or read anything. I just let it occur, and then I either enjoy it or don't. But yeah, so if I'm able to predict without trying everything that happens, I'm gonna get bored. And then they were like, soap opera stuff, and I was like, alright. Kranshin-chan? I don't know what that is. Made a new avatar? Yeah, I saw this morning, but I saw it on my phone when my eyes were still all blurry, so I saw that it had Ralph in it, and that was about it. Matching underpants for the win? Yes, matching butts, matching butts, matching butts. Fade, if you want to enter the giveaway, you could get matching butts with Mom. You and Mom can have matching butts. Or you can get, you know, one of the other many prints that they have. It's gross and great. I don't know about gross. Ralph in Knight Armor, that's cute. And next was obsessed with Vampire Knight. Not sure if it's my thing, but I'm curious now. I think it wouldn't normally be my thing. It's like... I described it as softcore adjacent. And I'm like... this needs to be either like almost exclusively these softcore adjacent scenes, or I need a hentai version, because I was getting bored and then soap opera stuff happened and I was like, alright, I'm back in, it's fine. Ecchi? I don't know what that means. I always forget. Is that where it's like... Like, I don't want to say stuff because spoilers, but you want a matching butt? Yeah. Get butts for matching purposes. Softcore hentai? Yeah, this is not... There's no sex in this. It's not at all hentai. That's why I said softcore adjacent, because it's not even softcore porn. It's not anywhere close to porn. It's like, if you... if you are, like, 12, then vampires pushing tiny ladies up against walls and being, like, real close to their space, like, in their personal space, that might be really hot to you. Or if you're me... or if you're me, that might be really hot to you. You know, get up someone in your personal space and like, but they're vampires, so it's sexy, you know? Like, that's... I grew up with Vampire the Buffy Slayer. Wow. Well, you know, also that. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, okay? I can't help it. I'm like, ooh, vampires in my space? Yeah. That's like as far as it goes. Anything like Twilight. I've only seen the first movie and I laughed through the entire thing because it was so bad and stupid. I've been meaning to watch the second and third Twilight films because they're so funny, but I haven't read the books at all, so if you're comparing it to the books, I don't know, because I read a couple of pages and was like, nah. Vampires are driven to feed. Well, I don't want to spoil shit, but like, Google it. Buffy is a fantastic show. How you doing, Aggro? Ooh, look at those touching butts. Oh yeah, no. This is not like The Strain. If you want The Strain in anime form, don't watch Vampire Knight. You'll be very disappointed. It's the no garlic you couldn't get behind. Actually, I should have brought my notebook back with me. I took a class in college about vampires and media and stuff, where I'm going over to here now. I'm also gonna pause this music. Shh. But yeah. It's funny how, like, vampire lore is not terribly consistent. And I don't just mean in terms of, like, regular vampires and then also Twilight vampires. But yeah, it was really interesting how, like, superstitions evolved into, like, vampire lore, which then led to media and stuff. It was a really fascinating class, and I'm really glad that I found my notes there at my grandma's house. But I did not take them back with me. I should have. I like looking at stuff like that. But yeah, I had all my vampire notes. If you ever hear me pronounce it Bumpier, that's why. Because of that class, Bumpier. Because there's, like, a certain way in some culture that they spelled it. But of course, I took that when I was it was first semester sophomore year, I think. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, of course. Butts right up in each other's personal space. Now that's my jam. If you want to talk about my jam, I was going to say a phrase that I'm not going to complete. Hey! When your hair looks nice from the front but not from the side and you keep fucking with it. Yeah, there's so many different kinds of vampires. Like, even the folklore back in the day was not really that consistent. It was very interesting. Anywho, let's start watching some trailers and shit. I'm excited. I haven't been really avoiding E3 spoilers at all. So, like, there's some stuff that I've heard about, or like the Baldur's Gate 3, someone posted this in Discord in the video channel, so I watched it. So, like, some stuff is definitely not new to me, but most of it is. And, like, even if I've heard little bits, for example, I knew Pokemon Sword and Shield was coming out. Do I know anything about it? No, because I didn't watch any trailers or anything. So, even though I'm, like, aware of it, there's, stuff that I might find and explore. And I have a notebook that I'm going to use to write down games that I think are neat and want to keep an eye on as they progress. Hey, Rodolphus, hello. Chicken. Oh, yeah, chicken dating. I'm all about that chicken dating. Oh, no, wait, that wasn't a reference. I am a chicken. Not usually. Usually I just say it. It's rare that I catch myself before I say the thing. I'm usually like, it's halfway out my mouth and I'm like, and? Yes. I mean, I already had a very, very, not even suggestive. I just, like, said a lewd thing and I didn't mean it in a lewd way at all yesterday. And I was like, well, someone's going to stealth clip that. Oh well. Forgot E3 was happening. Yeah, we would have been doing this yesterday if Google didn't lie to me, but Google kind of lied to me and was like, E3 starts on Tuesday! But I think they just meant, like, the show floor or something, or, like, the convention itself where people who are in LA can go. I know I keep messing with my hair. It was so cute yesterday and I fucked it up. Wear bats, like werewolves, but instead of bats, kind of vampires? Yeah. Sentence with both jam and butts in it. Yeah, I also thought about that. I was like, please nobody take it to a butt jam place, because that's disgusting. Or if you're into that, it's just not for me. How about that? Waiting for it to end so I can parse through and go, what looks cool? I mean, that's kind of what I'm doing. I don't want to sit there for hours and hours watching all, like, the press conferences and stuff and, like, extra, like, I'm trying to hype up the crowd. The only press conference that I will probably watch the entirety of is Devolver, because I thought their last year's, and that's one that I'm avoiding spoilers for. So I was like, I was in the Day Night Discord and people were talking about the Devolver thing, like in not the E3 channel, and I was like, can you not? I just skipped over it, but so it wasn't that big of a deal. But I was just like, there's a channel for this. But yeah, that's the only one that I'm kind of like, don't tell me anything about the Devolver stuff because I will watch their entire conference because I thought last year's was fucking brilliant and I love them. And every Devolver game that I've ever played, I've really, really enjoyed. Been many moons since I've invaded someone's personal space. Of course. Of course, consensually. We all know how it goes. Oh my god, those chickens. The chicken wine and the chicken dating, though. I know a lot of you don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's fine. Who did you say? Oh yes, creep upon me. Creep on me, daddy! Sorry. That's a thing that happens sometimes, is that we just yell things and then add daddy to it because it's funny. Just wanted to stop and see how you're doing. Pretty good. Trying to wake up? My friend Pedro, I know, that's like the gameplay of that, not usually my jam, but they sold me on it because they're amazing, so it's been on my wish list since last year. The Messenger's from Devolver? Is it? You know, I think I did know that. I want to reiterate, even though I quit The Messenger, I don't think that it is at all a bad game. I think the art is gorgeous. I think the music is fantastic. And if you are good, or at least decent at Metroidvanias, then I think you'll have a great time with the game. I personally, it was too hard for me, like platforming-wise, because there was a lot of exploration that started to happen, and I was like, I can't even get through a level. Like, I just want to know where I'm supposed to go and go to there. But that was due to my own failures as a shitty Metroidvania-er. Hyped up crowds, Bethesda's presentation? Huh. Yeah, I haven't seen any of this, so I'm unaware. Had a girlfriend call me daddy in front of my parents. Oh, God. That's... Oh, boy. Didn't care as long as she didn't do it in public. Yeah, I would say, like, please don't do that in public. Don't do that in public. See, I say it because I think it's really funny. Because a friend of mine, Dinsdale, you'll see him pop up in chat sometimes, he says it for the purpose of making people uncomfortable and because it's funny. Like, but because it used to make me very uncomfortable hearing it at all. But he used it so much and in such a obviously facetious way that now I do it. He's ruined me. So yeah, let's watch some E3 stuff. Let me know when I'm gonna try and keep an eye on the volume. Let me know if I need to turn it down or up or whatever. I'm not gonna put headphones on because I'm lazy. And we're just gonna go in order from oldest to newest. So if you haven't seen any E3 content, you're just in time. He's ruined me. Yes, exactly. They never expect it. Yeah. Ooh. Alright, release date. Ooh, release date super soon, and I've never heard of it. September 9th, 2019 for PS4, Xbox, and Windows. Survival horror and action. Alright, I like all those things, and I have one or more of those platforms. What happens if I do this? Oh, that's like my whole screen. Hang, my whole screen. Yeah, okay. Let me do one thing real quick. Let me just scoot one of my bookmarks around, and then I can show you my whole thing. I should not trail off when I'm using the word WHOLE, because it sounds like HOLE. And then let me show you my whole, and then that's weird, Wink wonk. Ooh, okay, wow. I'm still tired. All right, let me get rid of this. And I'll put in a different screen capture so that we can see the whole thing. See how I didn't go ahead and trail off there? That's a much better sentence. There we go. Do 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 do. Habba dibba do do do. Fantastic. Right now you can see 5. Well, I hope you can only see into 1. Blech. Ex's parents overheard her call me daddy during fun time once. Oh no! So daddy, huh? Oh no! Dad saying that is just like on a whole other level. Too much stuff to play in September. I don't normally get games when they come out because I don't have money for that shit. So that is not a concern for me, but I'm sorry for those of you. I'm sorry for those of you with disposable income, said no one ever. Let me know about the volume, guys. And Kit and Ori, you can change the volume on the fly. Just as a reminder. Ooh, that piano. It was so quiet and suddenly dramatic. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, strings to get me every time.
3 years. We were starting to think you would never return. But here you are. And to complicate things, it was never the plague we sought to stop. But to find its origin. The world it came from. The world known as Lorn.
This is our kid's favorite weapon.
You really thought you were saving the world? You are now but a pawn, here to play your part.
Okay, cool. My mic is not picking it up. Sweet. Kings of Lorn, the Fall of Ibris. Hey Jay, what up? We literally just started. So we have not gotten anywhere. We're going from oldest to newest. And we'll get to shit when we get to shit, and I'm excited. They gave her a lot of shit for it? That's funny. She was asking after her dad. They're like, which daddy? Lol. Yeah, Beam, I don't think this game's for me either. It's not for me personally either. It looks a little bit too Soulsy. A lot of the graphics were really pretty. And depending on how story-oriented it is, like, I think I'd rather watch somebody play. I'd have to see a little bit more of the gameplay. Like, if it's blocking and attacking, like, I can do that. The Skyrim DLCs are getting nuts. I thought that too, actually. Yeah, the fighting animations do look a little bit a little bit clunky, but who knows how it feels when you're playing it, right? I mean, it looks cool. I'll probably end up watching somebody play it rather than getting it myself, depending. Hyped, but I'll be in and out today. Yeah, fair enough. Thought it would be a new Heretic game. I'm not familiar with the Heretic games. Ooh, can we just, like, scoot along? I'm probably just gonna click on each one. I like this. You can click on stuff and then, like, unclick it and shit. I'm a fan of this website. But yeah. Like, it kind of reminds me of Elder Scrolls Blades, which is on mobile. Like, the fighting style, where, like, you can block and, you know, also attack. Which, I'm having fun with Blades, but it's definitely, like, if I had the same experience... If you put Blades on PC, I don't think it would translate well. It works as a mobile game because of its simplicity. Which that was one of the things that I got really excited about last E3. I was like, oh, fuck, Blades looks so good. And you know what? It is exactly what I wanted in my life right now. It's just like very, you know, basic RPG. You have quests, you go into dungeons, you kill shit, and, like, pick up things to complete the quest. And then you rebuild a town. Like, glad that's it. That's all that there is to it. But it's fun to just, like, pick up and, you know, swing a sword around. So yeah, depending on how story-heavy it is. Like, the mechanic that I like least from Dark Souls and other games that have similar mechanics is I feel like they're roll around the game, the game. I don't like games where you have to just roll around and roll around and roll around. I know that you can use sword and shield, but realistically, like, there's still a lot of... Like, it's excessive dodging. I like dodge mechanics in games, but not to such an extent where I feel like 90% of a fight I'm just rolling around on the floor. Like, the only rolling around on the floor I want to do is in Katamari. That's my personal opinion. I like watching people play Dark Souls, but I don't want to mechanically do that with my character. Yeah, I would agree with that. The animations do not match how good it looks graphically, in your opinion. And I would say they still have time to fix that. But also, the release date is really soon. They've got 3 months, so who knows. But yeah, that's probably something that I'll watch somebody else play. Heretic was licensed Doom clone. That replaced sci-fi technology versus demons with medieval/magic technology versus demons. Cool. Yeah, run around the colon. Lol. Roll around the colon, no! Love Souls games, but I 100% hear where you're coming from. Yeah, it's just like the mechanics are not my thing. And also, I'm not that good at games. So, like, I don't get my jollies off. I know it's not a phrase, but I'm making it a phrase. I don't get my jollies off by, like, this game is just absolutely mechanically brutal. Like, that does not excite me. For me as a gamer. Like, I'm happy for other people who like having really, really difficult challenges, and I understand that it's, like, memorizing patterns and shit, but there are other games where you can also memorize patterns that aren't, like, stupidly hard for no reason. It's just not my thing. It's not anything that I want to play. I will watch you play it. I don't want to play it. Sekiro is a good balance of dodge and fight. Yeah, I just like that sort of, like, punishing difficulty is not for me. It's not for me. I'm not good at games. Like, the games that I like to be challenging are, like, puzzle games. And, like, I like my brain to be challenged, not my hands. Like, I like morally challenging or, like, ethically challenging questions in games. That's the sort of challenge I like. I love you, you awesome watching human. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. Sekiro is so rough. Yeah, I haven't played it, but it looks just as hard as anything else, like Dark Souls or Nioh. Nioh I liked watching a lot more than Dark Souls. I felt like there was a lot less, like, oh, let me backtrack through a billion different places to get to the thing that I'm trying to learn how to beat. So, like, visually it was, I just liked the visuals better. It was a lot, I don't know. Maybe that's my weeb showing. Wink wonk. Can't see the pattern, sometimes you just stare like, what the fuck? Yeah, not my jam. Trying to see those hidden images and things that look like paint spatter. Like Magic Eye, I love Magic Eye. Those are great. You just like put your face on the thing and then pull it back. And then you like see a cat and you're like, yeah, I saw a cat or a sailboat. Or a cat on a sailboat. Oh my god, you know what would be awesome? If I could make like meme versions of Magic Eye. Someone get on that. Someone get on that and credit me and I'll take a check, thanks. Get your jollies. No, but it's get your rocks off is the phrase. It's the, or, you know, rustle your jimmies or what have you. It was the specific phrasing that's not quite a phrase that's used in the world. Like I mixed multiple phrases. Fucking loved Nioh. Yeah, I watched Puck Dad and another friend of ours play the entire thing. It's worse than any Souls game in terms of like how difficult it is. I know I didn't turn the music back on. Fucking deal with it. If someone is bothered by the lack of background music while I'm talking, speak up or remind me to turn the music on in between trailers. My voice is not having it today, though. No. No, thank you, Ori. That's not... I've watched the whole thing. It looks way too difficult. If I'm going to play a game that's difficult, like, I'll do Titan Souls, which I've now watched twice, and I think that is an amazing game. It's the most amazing game I've never played. Do you guys have those? Like, games where you've watched the entirety of it, and you're like, wow, that's a fantastic game, but you've never, like, even picked it up in your life. For me... I have Titan Souls is one of those. Gemini Rue, which is a point-and-click adventure. Really, really great point-and-click. And you will almost never hear me saying that about point-and-click games. Oh god, what was the other one? Unavowed, another point-and-click adventure. I watch a lot of Mostly Walking, where Sean Bloom, Sean Plott, and Lee Grainer play adventure games together. It's on Sean Plott's channel, Day 9. Day 9! Oh my god, Day 9! Whenever so like, because I know him from Metadating / Mostly Walking, he always introduces himself as Sean Plott. So I call him Sean, and it's weird to me to call him Day 9, even though like I know that he goes by that name also. So whenever I had to call him Day 9, I remember him saying about like how his brother will jokingly, when they see each other in person, be like, oh my god, it's Day 9! Day 9! I just thought that was so funny. So, like, I do it now. Yeah, it was to get the jollies off, though. No, I know that jollies is a phrase that's used in that fashion. But I mixed and matched phrases is what I meant. But yeah, get your jollies off is not really a thing. Get your jollies off is a phrase? I'm pretty sure that I mixed and matched. Like my rocks being on. Lol. Are you sure? Have you tried it? Have you just like hung them on the hitch of your... Not trailer. What are those things? Truck? Pickup truck. There you go. Yeah, Titan Souls. Titan Souls real good. But yeah, Gemini Rue and Unavowed, also just fantastic story-wise. And they don't suffer from adventure game logic where you're like, okay, I have this inventory of weird objects that don't interact with the world in logical ways, and I just have to like click everything and hope that I find the solution. They don't have those. I'm trying to think of other ones. I know there's other ones that I've watched, like Hollow Knight is really another like really, really good game that I've never played and will never play. A lot of like jumping, things with jumping. I'm sure there's more, but I can't think of them right now. But I did play through Jotun, which is a kind of a similar thing to Titan Souls, where you're like, I guess that's boss rush, right? Where you like just go to a location and there's a boss and you fight it. With like a little bit of exploration. So like, it took me a long time and it was hard for me. But like, I got through it. So I think like, if I was going to play something in that similar vein, I'd go for Titan Souls. Wow, Ori. First episode of Mostly Walking came out on your birthday. Oh my god. Yeah, I came from metadating. So like, I get them, you know, it's all melded together. Get your jollies off. Really? Okay. Well, I thought I was clever and original, and guess I'm not. Alright, Rodolphus, have a fantastic day. Thanks for stopping in. And I'll see you another time. Yes, but have any of them been real? Real testicles in a real nutsack. That's where you get your edge. Need to finish Jotun? I really liked it. I was actually a little disappointed that their next game was Sundered, which is a Metroidvania, because I can't play it. I suck at Metroidvanias. Are the genre that I just struggle the most with because I didn't grow up with consoles, so I didn't grow up with Mario. I didn't grow up jumping and fighting things at the same time, or doing either of those. I grew up with RPGs, and I didn't even play anything until I was like fairly old. My dad would always ask if I wanted to play, and I'd always say no. I just wanted to watch. Just wanted to watch him play. Like, are you sure? Mm-hmm. Are you sure you don't want to play? Yeah. He'd always ask if I wanted to play, and I never did. And it's just like, no, you play. That's why Twitch is so natural for me. I'm like, oh, watching other people play games. I've been doing this my whole life. Salt and Sanctuary, yeah, that was fun to watch, but I think that was just because Dukes was doing it. Like, Salt and Sanctuary, those were the days when I, like, first started, like, actually tuning in. Oh. The real testicles were driving the truck. Oh, boy. You guys are great. Neverwinter Nights! What? Where? You miss it. Yes, role-playing in Neverwinter Nights. That's when I actually started playing, when I was about 12 or so. Because my dad kept telling me about, like, oh, he's on this server and role-playing, and, like, oh, our characters did this, and there was, like, this battle, and this happened, and there's this drama. So he'd be, like, telling me about all of his role-playing adventures, and I was like, this is the thing. This is the thing that gets me to play. I mean, like, I had played Frogger, like, I had played games, but I really didn't play a lot of video games. But, like, the first game that I really, really played and got into was Neverwinter Nights on custom role-playing servers. And I would just sit there and type for hours and hours. All day. All fucking day. That was my life. And I totally miss it. Watching people play games goes naturally because you're the younger brother. Yeah, I was an only child. I totally could have played stuff. Anyway, let's find out what Raging Loop is for PlayStation. Wow, loud. Chill yourself. Sorry. That was really aggressive. The last trailer was so quiet. The red fog is creeping in. Lost souls are gathering. Ooh! I did not expect this art style. I should not dance like this in this jittery way with a cup of tea in my hands. Oh my god, the little child is dead or missing or something! Ooh, I like that. Reminds me of Corpse Party. I still plan on playing that. I'm gonna save it for Halloween. If I can. Groundhog Day plus werewolves? I don't know. The text went way too fast for me to absorb any of that. Oh, it's a visual novel. I didn't even catch that. It was just like a lot of like, the text was moving too much for my tired brain. I was like, you need to slow your fucking roll. I'm just gonna do this to the music. You'd watch that anime? Yeah, I'd have to see not so visually intense of a trailer. Apparently it's for PS4 and the Switch, so PC gamers, whoop, that's a little, anyway, did someone say visual novel? I like visual novels. I don't play a lot of them on stream though, because it's like rough on my voice, but I like them. So that's another one that, like, I'll have to, you know what, I'm gonna write it down. Raging Loop. To, like, I'll put a question mark. To check out later, like, if there's a gameplay or, like, a story snippet. Like, the trailer was way too much for me. I was, like, my eyes were really just, like, bugging out. They just needed to, like, play that at half speed. People like my voice? Yeah, I just can't, like, because Beam, I used to stream for 6 hours straight, so if I'm talking for 6 hours, it gets really, really tough. I really do enjoy visual novels, but, like, streaming them for 6 hours straight is not something that, especially with my vocal issues recently, obviously I can't do it. My dad is awesome. Thanks for noticing. But yeah, I do like visual novels. I'm not anti-playing them. But like Banner Saga, even playing Banner Saga, like after a whole stream of Banner Saga, my voice was tired and I couldn't talk anymore. I was like, ugh. So yeah, that's one that I'll have to like see either a different trailer or like a little bit, like a snippet of what the actual story is or something. Because that didn't really tell me anything about the game at all. Like, I didn't get a feel for the game with that trailer. Yeah, lots of dialogue. I mean, so is a visual novel. When I worked in a call center, it was usually okay vocally after 8 hours. I mean, call center is also maybe a little bit different. Like, streaming, to me, is so vocally one-sided. Especially, you know, everyone streams a little differently, but me, I'll, like, let's say I'm playing something that has a lot of text in the game. So I read the text in the game, and then I comment on it, and then I read what you guys said out loud, and then I comment on that, and I'm just, like, basically talking non-stop with, like, 5-second breaks, if that, for 6 hours straight. Like, that's too much. That's a little much for me. Anyway, so this is a keep an eye on it, but I'm not sold yet. But, you know, TBD release date, they got plenty of time to put out another trailer where my eyes can actually see what's happening. I like the music though. I was like, yeah. All right, what's Blasphemous? Release date this year? PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Windows, Mac, and Linux. They really want you to have availability. Ooh, they have an announcement and gameplay. Let's see the announcement first. And then if you guys want to see a little bit of gameplay, I might skim through it. It's a 2D action platformer, so I probably won't play it, but I'm so curious. Oh, what was that game? Axiom Verge. That's a game that I wanted to watch somebody play, but I never found anyone starting it from the beginning.
Product not yet rated.
Ooh. Gorgeous graphics. That's a hat. That is a choice. That's a fashion choice. Ooh. Brutal pixel perfect combat. Yeah, not playing this. Oh! Execute tormented souls. Intense boss battles. Goodness. Ew! Ew! Customize your build. Ooh, I like the names of these. Unveil the mysteries of Sustodia? That was a little fast for me to read. Swisstodia? I don't know. Okay, that game looks amazing. Also, I don't want to play it. Somebody play that for me so I can watch it. That is a game that I would 100% watch from start to finish. Oh! Oh! I'm into it. I'm into it. Restream the PC gaming show? Probably not. I wasn't planning on it. Also listening on mobile and Leapfrog on your Tamagotchi. I don't know what happened to my Tamagotchi. I can't remember if we found it when we were looking through boxes when I was at my mom's recently. Anyway, I am super into this game. Visually, aesthetically, thematically, and sound designally. But I don't fucking want to play it. It's a Metroidvania with intense boss battles, like... That's not gameplay for Electa to play. But it is gameplay for Electa to watch, and I totally want to watch it. Yeah, right, Aggro? Like that guy, Pointy Hat Boy. I want it. Play it for the both of us. Do it. Can't get over the dunce cap. Don't make fun of his dunce cap. It's part of his backstory. Alright, MS, thank you so much for being here and hanging out. I hope the meeting with your doctor goes well. And I hope you have a lovely rest of your day if we don't see you. Love, 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 love. Tamagotchi's hungry. Is it me? Am I the Tamagotchi? I'm basically a Tamagotchi. Just, like, feed me and play with me. You don't have to pick up my poop. All right, so you've got that. We'll replace pick up poop with cuddling. How about that? Like, feed me and play with me. And, like, I'm happy. Yay, you did it. So who's excited to play this, like them own selves? 'Cause, nah, bro, that ain't me, but I'm, like, stupidly excited for this game that I'm not gonna play. And it's gonna come out in, like, the next 6 months. Mimi, feed me and play with me. Sounds like a successful date night. I know what it sounds like. Metroidvania games aren't my thing. Yeah. It's like Assault and Sanctuary-y. Like Metroidvania with boss battles. It looks so good, though. Like, I wish I were good enough at those types of games that I could play them myself, but I'm just not. It's not even that I dislike them. I'm just really shitty at them. And so, you know, if a game is too difficult, sometimes I just have to stop playing it. It makes me sad. What if we're all like Tamagotchis, man? Yeah, man. Hey, Bear. Oh, I'm sorry. Polisana. I'm there with you with the raspy voice. My voice is, like, already spent, and I have barely said anything today. Ugh. I don't know why. Sucks. And I'm also sorry for your other things. Ooh, pardon. What? Sneeze? Sneeze. So yeah, I'm looking forward to Blasphemous coming out so that I can watch other people be successful at a game type that I just can't play. Jumanji, the video game? Okay. I've seen Jumanji, the original movie. Right? They made a remake or something, which I'm glad passed under my radar. I also had the board game. You know, it was a weird experience having board games as an only child. I also had a Tamagotchi board game that my mom absolutely fucking hated. She hated that game, but she sure did play it with me. That was one that we found in the boxes when we were looking through when I was there. When was I there? A couple months ago. April. To go see the doctor. Yeah, the Tamagotchi board game, she hated it. But yeah, I didn't really get to play that many board games, but like I had them. I played for being an only child with only one parent in the house, usually, I played a decent amount of board games. I also had Mall Madness. You guys remember Mall Madness? I know someone does. I've brought it up before. There's a sale at the yarn store. There's a clearance at... you know, like whatever. I only remember the yarn store, okay? Just so sue me. Yeah, my friend Victoria, every time she came over, she wanted to play that game. It was like surefire... let's play Mall Madness. You had, like, a credit card. You, like, ran around the mall or something. I don't remember what the win condition was. Remake wasn't bad? Alright, fair enough. It will, Bear. It'll get there. I'm sorry that it's taking its time. They're making a sequel to the new Jumanji. How, even? Alright. Sure. Oh yeah, you gotta have a big imagination. Idol! Thank you for being a patron of Hype for 7 months! I hope you enjoyed your parade, and here's your royal salute! Thanks, love. How you doing? You did actually love Mall Madness. It wasn't a bad game. I enjoyed it. Digimon Tamagotchi? That was a thing? Now that you say it like that, I remember. I know, right? That weird voice. There is a sale at... and, like, suddenly the voice was very different. The clothing store. It's like, why did you change your voice acting so drastically? It's so silly. Found a copy of that game, but the announcer doesn't work. No. Oh, that's so depressing. That was the best part. All right, fantastic. Anyway, you know what? The one more board game that I remember I had. So I have Tamagotchi, I had Mall Madness, I had Jumanji, which I think I played only a couple times, and then I had a Goosebumps board game, the Tower of Terror. I played that a decent amount. Goosebumps. Which is, I think we'll probably, after Sabriel, end up reading a Goosebumps book, because we were talking about it for this upcoming one, but because of me traveling and shit, I was like, let's put that off. Anyway. Voice acting before and after coffee. Yeah, the credit card when it was a status symbol. Oh my guy. Ooh, November 15th. PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and Windows. Third-person PvE action shooter. Alright. Let's do it.
Peggy 12.
Peggy 12. Soon to be Peggy 13, because she's getting older. Becoming a woman. That was a stupid joke. I keep getting flopped in the nose with a tea bag. Yeah, I know what that sounds like. There might be another way to phrase it, but I'm not gonna bother finding it. That's effort. Wait, that's it? You just plopped down some characters and that's it? Alright. Well, I like the art style, but I'm gonna need to see more than that for me to give a shit. Just position yourself better. Mirage Leonardo, hello and welcome. Is that in the announcements somewhere? Because I'll get there eventually. I'll get there eventually. We're going from oldest to newest. We clearly have not gotten very far because we're taking our time and enjoying each other's company. We got $300 for something that takes up a lot of space in my house. I'm gonna immediately say no thanks. That's great for people who, you know, want that sort of thing or have the money for that sort of thing, but A lot of people online were bummed by the Xbox E3 conference. Yeah, I haven't watched any of the conferences, and I probably won't watch most of them. I'm just gonna watch the trailers and stuff. And then if someone says, like, oh, you should watch this specific thing, like someone who knows me and what I enjoy says, oh, you should watch this specific part, like, I'll watch it. But yeah, that's a lot of extra time watching conferences and stuff that, like, you can cut out most of that. Just give me the juicy, the meaty bits. I understand that most of what I'm saying today is a euphemism. Okay, I get it. Welcome to my life. But yeah, I'm probably not going to watch any conferences. And also, people on the internet get so sensitive about, like, I don't know, their expectations are, like, so unrealistic. A lot of people. So when people are like, oh, this was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life, I'm like, all right, well, your opinion is not going to help me form my opinion. So I just basically ignore people complaining or people getting, like, super hyped. 'Cause, I don't know, man, like, I don't tend to form expectations of a thing before I experience the thing. I know that I'm in the minority in that. A lot of people, like, just get all fucking worked up and then and then like the actual product or event that they got all worked up about, then they get cranky about it for one reason or another, whether that's positive or negative. And I'm just like, that's too much for me. That's too much for me. Like, how about like, ooh, this looks neat, and then I'll watch it or experience it, and then from that's where my either excitement or indifference will come from. But it's very rare for me to be like, this thing was disappointing because I didn't expect anything from it in the first place. I know that that's like not how most people function, but that's how I function. Considering the pace it went at, you won't be missing much. Yeah. Hey, there we go. Shit. Yeah, I'm still a little bit salty at The Witcher and its fan base, so like I'm not overly excited about Cyberpunk 2077. But like I'll see it. Yeah, I'm not avoiding spoilers. Like I've been on Twitter. I know who's there. Peekaboo. I don't know. I saw it. That was like the very first thing I saw. And I was like, oh, that would have been a neat reveal, but like I'm not upset that I saw it. I wasn't like trying to avoid spoilers or anything. This is one of the few things where like you can't really spoil stuff for me because I mean like it's an event, and if you're this is not the kind of thing that you can really avoid spoilers for unless you're avoiding everything in regards to it. Like I said this is an ECAP stream. Yep, sure I did. An E3 like trailer recap, like catching up sort of a thing. People are going to get excited and they're going to come in and tell me stuff, and I'm not going to be upset about it. I appreciate aggro, you knowing me and being vague. But this is one of the few cases where I'm just like, whatever. Normally, that would be way too far. Normally, if this was like, if I was playing a game and you're like, I got excited about him, I would be like, aggro, you dinghole, fart in your nostrils, you're a turd. Huh? Descriptive relationship? Wait, what? Did I miss something? Lounge Tiger, hi! I'm the same, I don't really care that much. I mean, there's things that I care about, but I don't preemptively care about them, I guess. Like, I let my likes, or the things that I love only get me so far. So, like, for example, trying to think of a good example. Like, when I saw that, like, if I like game A, and I see that the same company is releasing another game, my thought process doesn't go, that's gonna be the most amazing thing I've ever experienced in my fucking life! Like, that's not where my brain goes. My brain goes, oh, I'll probably like that. Like, it goes from being totally indifferent to, it's probably somewhere in the realm of positive experience. But how positive that experience is for me depends on the actual product or the actual, event or whatever. Like, I don't preemptively get super excited about stuff. Exceptions being, at this point, any Supergiant Games game, because I've played and loved all of their 3 releases, Bastion, Transistor, and Pyre, and those are some of the best games I've ever played in my life. So I know that given their quality and the type of games that they make, like Hades, when that is released, I plan on playing it. I know that I will love that game because of who they are as a company. I know that I will love it. But that's like the one exception. Basically, anything else, like, my previous experiences, either with a company or a game series or a book series or movie series, like whatever it is, or like similar items, will either inform my expectation to be it'll be somewhere in the positive realm, or it'll be somewhere in the negative realm, and I don't really therefore give a shit about it. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't preemptively. My expectations are either this will be generally positive or this will be generally negative for me. I don't get like that super intense one way or the other. 'Cause like the experience itself is the thing that should make you feel stuff. But like I don't get disappointed in media because I just don't have that sort of expectation built up either one way or another. You know, I don't know. People just like, and everyone hates shit on the internet these days. It's like, yeah, this is terrible. I'm like, okay, whatever. Highs were high, lows were low. Yeah, this is only my second time. Austin Powers. It's only my second time experiencing E3. Previously, I got my gaming news elsewhere, so I like didn't bother. You're breathtaking. Saw it firsthand. Yeah, I bet that was really exciting, and like that would have been a neat experience to have, but again, I wasn't really trying to avoid spoilers, so it got spoiled for me, and oh well. It was all tense and hot, but I gotta take out Doggo for a walk. Can you take something for it? I hope you feel better soon, Bear. Try to enjoy your time with Lupin. What did I do? I did an accent. Whoops. If they shit info into chat. I don't really... What do you guys think? Because it's not only about me. My spoiler rules are not simply to protect me and my experience. It's also to preserve your guys' experience. But I feel like a lot of you are watching it. Like, this is an event. It's sort of like a sporting event where, like, if you don't watch it live or very shortly thereafter, like, you just kind of expect that it's going to be spoiled because it's not relevant later. It's, like, not really, like, a spoiler thing, in my opinion. I know that some people, you know, they want to be surprised by all the stuff, and I totally understand that. Believe me, I understand that. But I just know that it's going to be everywhere, and for me personally, to try to avoid it is, like, more effort than I care about. And again, like, people saying, oh my god, Cyberpunk 2077, and, like, glaying all over it. I haven't seen any of the information for myself, so, like, it doesn't inform my decisions. Oh my god, the game! I know, right? Exactly. So I'm going to say, please don't spoil the Devolver conference for me, because that's the only thing that I want to just watch the whole thing and, like, not be spoiled. But I'd say other than that, it's fine. We're talking about E3. Everyone's in a different time frame with that. And, like, it's to be expected with this. So I think personally, it's fine. If people come in and talk about stuff we haven't gotten to yet, like, meh. Thank you for asking, though, because you know me. Identify with your idea of not letting expectations rule your lived experience. Perfect way to put it. Thank you. Not going into a shared experience with the idea of what something is supposed to be. Prescriptive. But instead developing your thoughts about it and how you engage with it based on your actual lived experience. Descriptive. Cool. I've never heard those words used in that way. That's so neat. Thanks, Lounge Tiger. Find getting preemptively hyped decreases my enjoyment. I usually prefer to go in blind. Yeah. I am definitely a go in blind kind of a person. Like, extremely blind. I don't want to know the most insignificant things ever in the universe. Like, I don't want you to tell me that the next area is really pretty. A, that tells me there's a next area. B, that tells me there's more video game. Like, there's so many, like, little things. And also, I feel like, for me personally, it's the small little moments that add up to the whole, rather than, like, the big things. I mean, the big things, obviously, they're big. They matter, too. Sudzo, thank you for being a patron of the hat for 13 months! I hope you enjoyed your parade, and here is your royal salute! Thank you for stopping in, and I hope you have a wonderful, excellent, amazing day. Devolver's a spicy meatball. Like I said the other day, I thought their conference last year was fucking hilarious and brilliant. So that was the thing I'm looking forward to the most this year. And that's the one thing that I don't want people to spoil for me. Anything else I don't really give a shit. I know you do, and that's weird to me because it seems like your sort of humor, but you're a strange human, and I don't understand what you like and don't like. I've said this to you before, I can never recommend a thing to you because I don't understand what makes you like or dislike something. It seems to my brain is trying to recognize the patterns, and it's coming up with, this is random and I don't understand it, which is fine. You're more, you're welcome to like and dislike things on a whim, which is how it seems. But like, I don't understand your likes and dislikes personally. Get out. Mustard ball bearing underwear spaceship llama. No, I've not ever seen those words in that way. In relationships, it found it to be true for other aspects of my life. Hearing you talk about it reminded me of it. Yeah! No, I appreciate that. No, not you, Mike. I can... Like, it's hard for me to tell whether or not you will like or dislike something, but I have... Like, you've never said to me, oh, I didn't like this, and it's surprised me. Or I did like this, and that's surprised me. Like, I still wouldn't be sure with a lot of stuff to, like, recommend it to you. But I have a much better understanding of the things you like and don't like as a human. Anyway, let's look at Pokemon Sword and Shield, which I have seen so many... You know what? A lot of art. I've seen a lot of art about it. It's coming out only on the Switch, which I don't have, but... Game footage, not final. Aw, little feets. Banded rabbit, you're cute. That's some hair, wow. There's everyone's favorite, the sheep. Wooloo, however you fucking say it. There's everyone's second favorite. Alright. Let's jump into this hole together! looks like a Death Star. It's huge! Get in my Death Star, Disco Ball! I have relevant underwear for that. I have relevant underwear for that. Why are they huge, though? Like, I get when they're huge to take down the other dude that's huge. But why are they just huge for the sake of huge? Not actual game footage. You know, I appreciate that they put that there. Oh yeah! I'm sorry. I will never see that Pokemon and not laugh at it. I'll explain why in a second. It's because... Okay, so first of all, that looks cool. I'll have to see a little bit more of, like, gameplay when the game comes out. But I think that looks neat. If I had a Switch, I would consider getting it. I would consider getting it. But the sword Pokemon makes me laugh because my dearest Hiko has now multiple times said that it's been confirmed that you can't drop the sword, so it's a part of the Pokemon, which means that it's fleshy. The fleshy sword. I'm a child. I will never not think of it as fleshy, and that's funny to me. Also disgusting. And now I've ruined it for all of you. Congratulations. Miss getting excited for Pokemon, just can't get into anything after Gen 2. Yeah, I love collecting stuff, but I was like, there's 151, yay! I'm gonna collect all of them. And then they were like, here, have another 100, and another 100, and another 100, and I was like, that's too many. I lost interest. I think a lot of people are like that, but like, gameplay-wise, like when I play, well, I very rarely play Pokemon Go, but when I do, I only catch Gen 1 Pokemon. I don't give a shit about the other ones. I'm not touching them. Not touching them. I only want the Gen 1 Pokemon because those are the ones I care about. But this as a game looks like it will be a lot of fun. I think that this is the sort of thing that I might enjoy. Now, I don't have a Switch, so I'm not going to buy it because I won't be able to play it regardless. And like I said, I'd need to see a little bit like of a longer segment of like seamless gameplay to see like what the overarching loop or hook is for the game. But yeah. Like, what I've seen so far indicates to me that I would enjoy it. And, you know, it's just like, it's kind of a different... I kind of see it as a different world now. Like, there's a lot of Pokemon that look fucking stupid, and that's okay. Legendaries look so derpy. I'm, like, not invested enough to care about the character design, the model design. Like, I'll like the ones that I think are cool. Oh my god, Ori, specifically Ori. And also other people, but hang on, I gotta go into Discord. And I'll share it with you guys as well. Hang on. Where was it? Where did I put it? Internet finds? Lol, poor Ben. Hang on. Oh my god, the pomegranates. Sorry, I saw the pomegranates again and laughed real hard. I know. You know what? No, where did I put it? Was it memes? Yes. Okay. I knew I posted it in Discord somewhere. The first Pokemon. So this is like fan art saying like these are made some Pokemon inspired by memes. The first one is one that I would legit play with. If I were playing a Pokemon game, I want Grandma. I want Grandma to be a real thing so fucking much, dude. Oh man, Grandma, too funny. It's a tongue sword. I mean, that's still like muscle. Flesh, muscle. I made it better. Yeah, like fleshy tongue swords. Yeah. Flesh swords have a sheath. Not in this game. They are sheathless. They just hang out all the time. Every time. Yeah, I totally want Grandma to exist as a Pokemon. I would play with like all Gen 1 and Grandma. Not gonna comment on that one. There's too much that I say. That's a full-time job, Beam. Commenting on the lewd things I say, it's a full-time job. Ain't nobody got time for that. Alright, SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated. That is a title. PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Windows, platform, action, adventure. Open.
Product not yet rated.
Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I'm ready!
Catering. That's it? Oh my guy. That is fan service if I've ever seen it. And that's it. That's it. You know what's interesting to me? The parts of that show that I thought were the funniest are not the parts that other people started to cling to and repeat over and over again. Except for the Ugly Barnacle, because I thought that whole episode was very funny. But I was also younger. But, like, I'll quote from SpongeBob, "Maybe someday," where they have the magic conch and SpongeBob pulls the thing and is like, "Will I ever have a girlfriend?" And the magic conch says, "Maybe someday." Like, I quote that. But it's, like, so obscure. It's like the stuff that other people have like turned into memes and such. Like those are not the things that stuck for me. Anyway, that seems like Mimi fan service, so no thanks. Didn't even bother watching SpongeBob one. It was like 20 seconds. Not even. You'd use Grandma too? I know. Yeah, Eternal Wink Wonk, exactly. Almost too old when the show came out. See, my dad was like, I saw this show and it's weird. You gotta watch it. And so we did. We watched the first episode together. 'Cause like, at least back in the day, it was kind of like Ren and Stimpy-esque, where like, it was, you know, still like kids can watch it, but it's a little bit gross and it's like a little weird. I don't know what it's, you know, gotten into these days, but like the original stuff. But yeah, just like a little gross, like the really intense close-up, like realistic drawings of their faces and stuff. That's very Ren and Stimpy. Anyway, I found a lot of humor in it enjoyable. At least the early ones is. See, my leg. No, it wasn't. My leg reminds me of my cabbages. So it's funny to me that you don't like my leg. I mean, I didn't think it was as funny as my cabbages, but it's a similar vein. Wormy, hello, how are you? Brother was obsessed for a bit. You were 13, 14. I remember how old I was. I'm 29 now. So I don't know how old you are. But yeah, I've seen a lot of the early episodes. Like, my dad and I will repeat to each other, I don't know, what do you want to do today?
Yeah, I don't know. What do you want to do today?
I don't know, what do you want to do today?
I don't know. What do you want to do today?
Because, like, I would go to see him on weekends and we'd be hanging out and, you know, we'd, like, try and figure out what we're gonna do. And, you know, just, I don't know, what do you want to do today? This is, like, stupid little things. More Cartoon Network and less Nickelodeon. Yeah, I didn't watch Cartoon Network for the most part. Be 33 this year. Yeah, so I was a bit younger. I always like it says 3 days. I don't know that one. Although there was that one chocolate guy. I really, like, resonated with that dude in that one episode. Chocolate! Like, that's my insides all of the time. That lives in my heart. 5 trailers down, about 80 to go. Yep. We'll get through what we get through, and, you know, whatever. Free content for me. I've been really non-committal, and this is something that I've been looking forward to, so I don't mind taking my time doing it. My insides are chocolate. And my my gut reaction was to say, "Eat me, Daddy!" That's one of those moments where I'm like, don't say that. And I'm like, no, say that. That's hilarious. Oh, God. Anyway, I will click. Let's watch Darksiders Genesis. Releasing this year, PlayStation 4, Xbox One, Switch, Windows, action, RPG, and co-op. Story reveal. Fancy.
Product not yet rated.
I'm such a doofus.
You come into my place alone.
Ooh, I like his face.
Me? And think you're just walking out of here.
Oh, I'm not alone.
Loved the music. Yeah, Ori. Not what you expected? Well, 'twas what I was expecting. That was a story reveal? I mean, yeah. I don't know the overarching story, so I'm just going to say, yes, it was. I mean, they had, like, dialogue between characters. I don't know. I haven't played any of the other games, so, like, that's not something that I'm going to pick up personally, but I really liked the music. Music was neat. Back, but I'll have to go soon. No. Hoping for a new one in line with the old ones, but I'm interested. Yeah, I have no idea what the old ones were really like because I never played them. GG on the toilet. I said hi. How you doing? Never got into it. I'm not a big hack and slash person. The story doesn't tend to be deep enough, and hack and slash as gameplay or like combo chaser kind of gameplay does not engage me for a long enough amount of time that I tend to want to pick those up. Like, I don't mind hack and slash, but it has to also come with a really interesting story, or like the gameplay is not what's going to carry me through. I've heard good things about the games, but just like a lot of, if most of my time spent in the game is hacking and slashing, I'm less likely to be interested in it. Like, I want less hacking and slashing and more story, which is not usually what fans of those types of genres want. You know what I mean? Like, for me, I would be like dealing with the gameplay to get to the story. Mostly. I mean, obviously there are some exceptions. Like I said, I don't dislike it. I just don't want to do it for excessive amounts of time. I don't know. I'm having trouble explaining, probably because I haven't tried to put it into words. The music was neat though, yeah. I'm alright. There's lots of hacking, slashing, and story. I would say that the story is way more important than any of the gameplay, and also the gameplay varies. I would say that hacking and slashing in Nier is often optional. Like, you don't have to run through the world just slaying everything. Like, I didn't feel like I was forced to sit through a bunch of hacking and slashing to get to the stuff that I was interested in. Also, there's shooting. Like, Nier is you, like, don't have to hack and slash nearly anything. You, like, hardly have to use a sword if you don't want to. So yeah, this is not for me, but, I liked the music, the graphics are neat. Let's check out this. This looks like it might be a me thing. Ari and the Secret of Seasons. QI 2020. I don't know what QI means. Q1. I lied to you. I know what it means. PS4, Xbox One, Switch, Windows, Adventure Exploration. Here's this. This could be my jam. Potentially my jam. See what I did there? I was like, Adventure Exploration. This will possibly be in the realm of positives. But I wasn't like, Adventure Exploration! I'm gonna love this game! I have to call the vet. Lupin's been having some little problems again. No, puppy. Stop it. Disappointed I haven't been entertaining him. I'm sorry, Lupin. That's okay. He still loves you, I'm sure. And it's okay to just be mellow and, take care of yourself.
A powerful force has thrown our realm into
Little
chaos.
mushroom dude. Oh my god, the bug out eyes.
Ari, like your father before you, you must become the Guardian of Winter and journey across uncharted lands. Fighting the forces of evil to restore balance
Look at his little
once
face.
more.
greatest adventures have small beginnings. Ari and the Secret of Seasons.
Not for me. I think it's cute. It looks very open world-y. I'm not a fan of open worlds generally. That's another one where like I'd have to see the gameplay, but my initial impression is it looks kind of like open worldy sort of adventure with like a kid story, and that's a great thing to make. It's not a thing that I want to play personally. Bilello? What? What? I like a lot of depth in games. I think that's really like, I haven't seen anything yet. Okay, so far, okay, let me actually write this down. Raging Loop for me to play. I'm going to put Blasphemous, because Blasphemous looked like, oh, and I guess the Pokemans. Pokemon. For games that I will not play, probably, but look really good, Blasphemous and Pokemon Sword and Shield so far. I'm just not getting the amount of depth from, or the sense that there is depth for a lot of these so far. I think that's most of the time what I just really like about games. Like the games that I really, really enjoy the most are games that like are meaningful and impact me emotionally. Obviously, there are exceptions. Like, Dota does not have a fucking story. It has lore if you want to go look for it. But like, I love MOBAs. That if you want a gameplay loop that is really satisfying to me and I will be interested every time, make a MOBA. That's just, that for me is like, and I know that everybody's different. So, like, everyone has that type, that genre where it just, for whatever reason, the gameplay is really satisfying to you. Also, turn-based strategy. I'm like that with MOBAs and turn-based strategy games. I just really gravitate towards them, and I find the gameplay fun pretty much every time. Fair to say you get little enjoyment out of figuring out / perfecting systems. Sometimes repetitive gameplay can become like a puzzle to me. I never thought of it that way. But yes. I'm not... Gameplay? Okay. So my desires in a game, gameplay is not something that needs to be top tier for me to enjoy the game. Gameplay that is satisfying and addictive is like a bonus to me. If the gameplay is really, really, really stellar, that's great. Great gameplay is not necessarily going to carry me through an experience. There has to also be something else in it for me. So like, you're never going to find me min-maxing. Like, I don't care what the optimal build is. The most important elements in a game, talking about games that have like a beginning and an ending, not persistent games, because that's a whole different category. The stuff that will bring me through and keep me engaged in an experience or a game. Number 1, characters. Very shortly after, number 2 is story. If I don't give a shit about the characters, then chances are I don't give a shit about the rest of it. I need to have characters that I find interesting or endearing, or that like I am emotionally invested in or curiously invested in. Like characters who are interesting but like I don't really know what their deal is yet. I want to play more and find out like what their deal is. It's like that's engaging to me. Or characters that I just like love with my whole heart. Even if the story is cliche and, you know, not really like imaginative, the characters will drive me through the experience. On the other hand, characters that like I don't hate but and are like a little bit more cliche, if there's a really, really great story, that will also bring me through. So if you give me good story and good characters, I'm there for the whole game, even if the gameplay sucks. 1 characters, 2 story, 3 aesthetic, 4 gameplay. Yeah, like... Yeah, I think that's pretty accurate for me. Although aesthetic... Like, I really appreciate excellent sound design, but excellent sound design is not going to carry me through an experience, so I wouldn't put it on that list in that way for me. Same thing with aesthetics. Like, the game might be gorgeous, and, like, I really like the composition of the world or something, but that's not going to bring me through an experience. Those are bonus things that I appreciate and pay attention to during an experience. Bye, kid. I love you. Hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for being here and hanging out. We'll see you another time. I've not played any of Disgaea. I haven't actually played many games outside of streaming. To be fair, Elder Scrolls MOBA, turns out they were all wrong. But, like, that's a thing that I would be interested in because of who I am as a gamer. I don't know why I love MOBAs so much, but I just do. I just do. I find them really, really, really fun. I just do. That said, I don't think that anything's ever going to replace Dota as my number 1 MOBA. Because I love the complexity of it. Even though I'm so bad. God, I'm so bad. I wish I were not that bad at Dota. But, like, I played Heroes of the Storm for a straight year. And it was a nice break from, like, super intense Dota all the time, have to pay attention. I was like, this is a baby game for babies. And, like, it was nice to have a break from needing to pay so much attention. And I was, like, still pretty good at it. So, like, going from Dota, where I suck so hard, and transferring all of those skills into Heroes of the Storm and just wrecking everything, like, that was really satisfying for me for about a year. And then I was like, you know what? I'm bored now. Give me, like, I miss the complexity and the different layers of Dota. And I went back. A lot of MOBAs coming out lately. A while back. PUBG and Fortnite are not MOBAs, though. I think you're thinking Battle Royale, which I would agree, yes, there are a lot. Battle Royales are really fun to me as well, though. Not as fun as MOBAs, for me personally, but I do enjoy them. Like, Battle Royales are super fun with friends. But I don't necessarily want to run around by myself playing a Battle Royale. Aesthetic is high for you. Setting I find boring is a deal breaker. Yeah, for me it's not. For me it's not. Like, setting and world build... Yeah, I guess world building. World building is a big thing. But it definitely comes after characters for me. Characters is number 1. World building and story are kind of like on a similar ground. Like, if the story's cliche, I can still play it. Or read it, or watch it, or whatever. Like, I don't need the overarching story to be that interesting. Like, it doesn't have to be, like, super excellent stellar if I like the characters. It's all kind of a give and take. It's a balance. So, like, if you're lacking in one of the categories, but in general, characters and story and world building. Those are the things that will carry me through an experience. Those are my most important game things. But I would say those are kind of like wedges in a pie graph, and it shifts. I wouldn't, like, you know, if the character wedge is smaller but the story wedge is huge, I'll still be carried through the experience. It just, the things that I don't care about so much can't get past a certain wedge size. That makes sense. Did you just quote Letterkenny? I don't remember what I said, but probably. Probably I did. Aesthetics only matter to me as they serve the game. They don't have to be ultra realistic. They have to convey what the dev is going for. I think we're all kind of talking about aesthetics in terms of something a little different. Because aesthetics can be art style, and art style can definitely add to the world building, which can also be looked at as aesthetics. So aesthetics was a stupid word for me to use. I should have said art style, which again adds to the setting and the world building, or world building, which to me is more important. With setting, whatever. So world building is a little bit more what I meant. Because like aesthetics in terms of art design, that's like sound design, something that when it's so good, it adds to the experience immensely, but it's not going to carry me through a game if other things are lacking. But it's also not going to break the experience for me enough if it's shitty. With the exception of sound design, like if your sound design is painful, like physically it hurts my ears, then I might quit your game. But if it's like, you know, not great, it's fine. It's whatever. As long as the other stuff is there and working. No. Graphics, I do not give a shit about graphics. Graphics are like one of the lowest things on the list for me. I don't care. Like, when the graphics are good, they definitely add to the experience, but shitty graphics are not going to detract from an experience for me. Art style is a better word for what you meant to say. Yeah, aesthetic was a too nebulous a term for me to use. It was not a smart word choice, that's for sure. But I think you all get what I mean now. Like, world building and setting are like, yeah, it's not going to necessarily break the experience, but it definitely helps if the other pie wedges are lacking. Art style, again, that's something that, here's a good way to put it. Art style and sound design and graphics are three things that, if they are bad, don't necessarily, like, they don't really affect, let me restart. Those three things, when they are really, really good, will add to the positives of a game. If they are not great or lackluster or just like fine and functional, they are not going to add any negatives for me. The exception being, like I said, with sound design, if it hurts me, then that's a negative. But like shitty graphics, world building or setting that's like not, that doesn't stand out to me, it doesn't really matter to me as a gamer. I'm going to take a very brief break to grab some more water and also to cut the VOD and use the bathroom. I'll be back in like a minute and a half. But yeah, I think you guys know where I'm coming at from what. Yeah, fresh new batch of trailers, I'm sure. We'll get there. She lied.